This video will show you how to set up your golf bag on the GHIN application so that the yardages that you set for each club are the exact average that you desire. First of all, click More, then click Enhanced GPS, click My Golf Bag, and we're going to customize. So click Custom. I have a driver, a 3-wood, a 5-wood, a 7-wood, so I'm going to click that. My next longest club is a 4 hybrid. So I'm going to deselect the 4 iron and select the 4 hybrid. My next one is a 6 hybrid. I'm going to deselect the 6 iron, click 6 hybrid. I have a 7 iron and a 7 hybrid. I have an 8 iron pitching wedge, don't have an all wedge, have a sand wedge and a lob wedge. So I'm going to click Next. For yardage, put a large yardage. I would suggest 300 yards or maybe 280 yards. Let's go 280. And click Next. It pre-populates your clubs. If you notice, I have 14 clubs here. Only should have 13. I erroneously left the 5 iron in the bag. So in the upper right hand corner, you can click Delete, and it allows you to delete some of the clubs. So I'm going to hit the red X on the 5 iron and get rid of it. Say yes. So then click the check mark. And now you'll notice that I only have my 13 golf clubs with my putter making 14. So the most important thing in order to start selecting the clubs and choosing your yardage ranges to get the average yardage that you want per club is to choose the right club to start with. I would suggest not starting with the driver, not starting with the lob wedge. Don't start with the two ends of your clubs. Start with the exact middle club. The reason for starting with the middle club, and in my instance it's the 7 iron, since it's the 7th club from the driver and the 7th club from the lob wedge. The reason to use the middle club is we're going to make the yardage range as skinny as possible for that club to leave as much room as possible for the other clubs as we move from the 7 iron up to the driver and from the 7 iron down to the lob wedge. If you start at one end or the other with the driver or the lob wedge, by the time you get to the other end of your clubs, you may run out of yardage. You'll see what I mean in a moment. I'm going to select 7 iron, as I mentioned, as my middle club. Then we would do View and Edit Club Distance Grid. And there's my 7 iron. The desired yardage that I want for my 7 iron is actually 147 yards. So what we would do to minimize the range in the 7 iron in the middle club is to add to the desired average yardage of 147 3 yards and subtract 3 yards. So that will be your top and bottom range for that club. So 147 yards, the top end of that would be, if I added 3 yards, would be 150 yards. So if I click and drag, I want the top end of the 7 iron to be 150 yards, as so. And the bottom end, because my average I want to be 147 minus 3 yards is 144. I want the bottom end of the range to be 144, which brings me right to my average yardage of 147. Now to get the exact average yardage you want for the other clubs, let's move upwards. The next club is the 6 hybrid. I want 156 yards. So I click it, move up the top end so that the average gets to 156, and I'm done. 4 hybrid, I want it to be 168 yards. It's already there. For my 7 wood, I want it to be 177 yards. So we're going to have to take the top end and bring it down. We're always using just the top end when we're going from the 7 iron up to the driver. Okay, I've hit an issue where I can't get to 177 yards because there's a minimum spread of 5 yards for the distance between the top end and the bottom end. So I'm going to try to lower the 4 hybrids yard to see if I can buy a yard. I did lower it by 1 yard, the 4 hybrid, which kept its yardage at my desired 168, and it also brought my 7 wood to the 177, which I wanted. So it worked out, and you can manipulate the system a little bit that way. The next club is the 5 wood. I hit the 5 wood about 185. I show currently 288, so I'm going to have to take the top end and bring it down. And again, I'm trying to get to 185. Bringing it down, down, down. And there it is. My 3 wood is 215 average yards. So I'm going to go to the top end of that, bring it way down until my average. Now to finish off my driver, I really hit about 240. Now I can go to the driver, select it, and bring the top end down until my driver average distance gets reasonable with what I actually hit. So I may have to bring it all the way down. I want it to be 240. And there you go. If I bring it all the way down, it goes to 243, which is close enough for me. Now, if we hit the back button in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see that the yardages that I put in from 7-iron all the way up to driver are all the distances, the exact average distances that I wanted. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Thanks.